Selina and Bruce will need to overcome one last foe as they prepare to make their big return to Gotham City. All this and more in the pages of Batman issue number 79. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? So, even though Tom King's run on this Batman series has been cut short, even though City of Bane is almost over, we still got a whole other issue of interlude to deal with for some reason. We're still on the beach. And Batman and Catwoman are still working out, getting strong, getting ripped, getting swole, brother. And like you even have to ask, Clayman's artwork is just as horny as it was in the previous issue, with lots of sweaty, glistening bodies and trapezius muscles. You ever get that feeling when you watch or read a piece of media and think to yourself, well, I'm certainly not getting off on this, but someone out there definitely is. Oh, another important thing to note is that this comic reminds us that the events going on here actually take place before Batman 77, so Batman's not lounging on the beach while his son is a hostage and his father figure is dead. That would just be silly. So silly we didn't tell you in the previous issue. Now, while at the hotel bar, Selina ends up clocking a guy for talking smack about Gotham City, saying it's a lot better right now under control of Bane and the rest of the villains. Yep, everyone in the world is well aware of this and they're super cool with it. Batman, after seeing this outburst of violence, is of course all hot and bothered and wants to take Selina back to their room to knock some superhero boots, because, even though he said he wants to try and have healthier relationships as it stands right now, he's still not going to work on all of his other problems, baby steps. This issue, too, also brings back the question that only Tom King himself seems to care about, and that is, did Selina and Bruce meet on the street, or did they meet on a boat? I don't know. Now, once Batman starts feeling better, him and Catwoman decide to hit the streets of this beach resort and surrounding area to fight some crime so they can shake off the ring rust before their battle with Bane. And shockingly, there's a ton of crime, even supervillain crime, just in their general vicinity. Well, isn't that convenient? Ultimately, it's all working up, though, to a major confrontation with Magpie, who, I was actually excited to see what this series would do with Magpie. After all, she's a femme fatale super thief like Catwoman, basically her own dark mirror, and a great chance to explore some dichotomy in Selina's character. But no, we actually end up getting none of that. In fact, Magpie is defeated in like one page. We do, however, discover that Magpie was actually transporting a bunch of venom for Bane, which Batman says is the secret to defeating him. Is it the secret to defeating him to cut him off from his source of venom, or are you planning to take venom and Hulk up to fight him, or are you trying to get him back on drugs with the venom? Because all of those actually sound like super poorly thought out plans. It's also in this issue too we find out that Batman has been in contact with his son Damian and gave him the okay to invade Gotham City, despite the fact that the President of the United States said that was a crime and Captain Atom got beaten up. This would also seek to imply that Alfred was actually safe all along, maybe, or Batman just doesn't know that plan went sideways yet, which, either ends up undercutting the whole big shocking death thing for no good reason, or if not that and Alfred really is dead, only further goes to solidify just how incompetent King's version of Batman is when it comes to making plans. Also, why didn't Damian tell Tim that he had been talking to Batman? Oh, hey, and while we're dealing with old business too, remember that French diamond that Selina had stolen to support her and Batman? Well, he takes it and says he's gonna give it back. I guess nice to know that he's not cool with her thieving. Now, it's as the comic winds down, they finally decide to answer that most burning of questions, where did Batman and Catwoman meet, on a boat or on the street? Well, and get ready for this, Batman says neither of those meetings matter, they don't count, because the truth is they only really met like right now. They only truly understand each other at this minute on the beach, man. When we had met on the street, I wasn't even Batman yet. I wasn't even fully formed. Whoa, but when we met on the boat, I was Batman and stuck in my ways, but now I'm so much more than my vow because I love you so much. Wow, man, that's like cosmic, man. I feel a stomach ulcer growing right now, man. And so that was Batman issue number 79, and well, let's just say trends continue. Overall, though, it wasn't exactly the worst issue I've read so far. In fact, this one had a beginning, middle, and end, and antagonist. and an actual conclusion wherein a character attempts to grow and change. Granted, it's the exact same resolution from the previous issue, which makes me feel like we didn't even need this one, but hey, we got it anyway. It is admittedly a pretty strange feeling, though, the closer we do get to the end of this series and Tom King is forced to actually answer some questions and have some real finality to a lot of these storylines and emotional arcs. I begin to ask myself more and more how this writer got such a reputation for, telling these complex, layered, adult stories when his moralization is so after-school special. And I mean, yes, this is comic books we're talking about, a whole entire genre that was created for the enjoyment of children, but still, when you have Batman more or less come out and say, "I love you so much, it's like I'm meeting you for the first time," that doesn't sound like something Batman or any superhero would say. That sounds like something you would hear in a Nicholas Sparks romantic drama. But by far, the biggest, most persisting sin of both this arc and this storyline as a whole is I do not care if Selina and Bruce fall in or out of love because you haven't made me like them as characters. Even when they're trying to be warm and romantic, they still come off as weird, soulless, cold, lifeless automatons. Before I care about your love story, I have to first care about you. Overall, though, I would end up giving this issue a 5 out of 10. I actually thought it was a mild improvement over the previous one.
Hey there everyone, Kate Joel again, and I just want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. And hey, if you enjoyed the book I covered in this issue and want some comics of your own, might I recommend Book Depository? It's my #1 place for shopping for comic book trades. You get a great price, and if you use my link down in the description, you'll actually be helping me out at the same time. You get something, I get something, everybody wins, right? So until next time everyone, I've been Joel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.